Greetings everyone and welcome to StellarHub, a space station simulator. By casual logic, it will be released tomorrow as of the posting of this video, that is on the 17th of August. And as you can tell by the title, this is a game about managing a space station, so it's a bit of a colony management game. But I've played a little bit of it. I've played through the 2 tutorial missions and learned how to quote-unquote run a station. Not really, I've learned how to run a station when my hand is being held. But this game, from what I've been able to see, really does thread a very good balance between micromanage heavy or just macromanage heavy. So you can get really into the guts of the game and manage your crew individually. They've got a large breadth of skills that you can try and manage and improve to make sure the best person is doing the various jobs. And there's a lot of interplay between the various skills. So you can micromanage that, or you can just kind of manage the big blocks, and generally the game will sort of move towards a stable state. So there's a little bit for any type of player. If you really want to get into the blood and guts, you can absolutely micromanage the game to your heart's content. Or if you're not really that into the sort of micromanagement, then you can generally get a working station just by kind of putting the right blocks in the right general location. But it'll just take a little bit of time, and it'll be less efficient and probably a little bit more prone to the various negative events that might happen. So you might have to work a little bit harder down the line. But we're going to jump into the game because, of course, showing a game is better than describing it. We'll skip the tutorials. We already know more or less how to do it. Now, this is Lankar 2. The planetary system is closest to us within a radius of 15 light years. It contains a large number of asteroids with content of copper, iron, aluminium, and beryllium surrounding a planet called Lankar 2. The planet is covered with a thick layer of ice and snow and has extremely adverse weather conditions. The character difficulty is easy, the map size is small, solar activity is high, that means we're going to get a fair whack of power from any solar panels that we build. There's not too many asteroids or pirate activity that we need to worry about. There's lots of trade ships, so there'll be plenty of opportunities to buy and sell what we need. And there's also a medium amount of tourists if we decide to open the station to tourism. Now that's not something that covered in the tutorial, so it's probably something I'm going to go for just because it'll be interesting. And our starting crew. Now this would be the biggest effect on the difficulty of any mission. We can start with amateurs who are not going to be good at their jobs, professionals who are going to be good at the jobs that they're given, and semi-professionals, somewhere in between. We'll go with professionals because this is realistically the first time that I'm trying to play this game without my hands being held by a tutorial that is making sure that I'm succeeding. So let's see how that goes. Now it's only going to be the initial crew. We are going to need to expand our crew a lot, and at that point there won't be any hand holding. We won't necessarily get very good crew, we might have to train them up a lot. Advice: build a canteen and your crew will not starve. That is fantastically good advice. We've got a bunch of people who have arrived, and this is the map. Let's have a quick scout around, shall we? We've got a couple of things that we don't know about that I believe we need to build probes to discover. We've got an ore asteroid, a mineral asteroid there. This is where we would want to build solar panels to harvest the best solar energy. And this is a cluster of various space gases that we can harvest for oxygen. Oh, very important. Now, this is the external view. We can go inside and see everyone. We've got a bunch of crates there. And everyone here, we can actually have a look at them over here. We've got 3 workers currently, a miner, a medic. Only 1 though, that's not so great. We've got 2 scientists, 1 cleaner, 2 technicians, and 2 oxygen plant workers. That's actually not a bad balance, though I'm worried about only having 1 medic. What if our 1 medic gets sick? That's gonna be bad. We might have to have one of our workers temporarily try to treat them, and that will go wrong. If the person doesn't have the right skills for the job they're doing, they tend to do it badly. And when that comes to medicing, yeah, as you guessed, it probably means they're going to die. But this is the list of skills, and our medic has a decent amount of skill in the 3 most important ones for medicing, though I noticed they don't have any veterinary skill. That is unfortunate because it means that if our livestock need any like vaccinations or anything like that, our medic is going to be pretty bad at it and might actually kill them off in trying to do so. Personality, they're a glutton. They consume twice as much food. Oh no. And a bright personality. Improves the morale of those around. That's actually very good because morale is something you really need to worry about. Here's the spread of stats that you have to worry about with your crew members. You can give them various orders like go to into medbay, go back to work if you're being a bit of a slouch. I can have a look at their role stats. For example, their chance of succeeding with first aid is only 60%. Now, this is the professional crew, by the way. So it's you know, it's only just slightly better than 50%. Imagine what an amateur would be. It's like, oh yeah, 10% chance that we actually treat them well, and maybe a 50% chance that we horribly maim them by taking off their leg when all they came in with was a cough. I don't know if that actually happens. I'm projecting my fears a little bit there, but these little markers here allow us to improve the physiological stats of our crew once we build a gym. We can say, yeah, I want you to kind of work on becoming more healthy, so their health will rise, or more agility so they can move faster. Now, that isn't necessarily a very important thing for a medic, though. Intelligence is. Why is our medic so dumb? Oh my lord. That is bad. That is super bad. Professional crew, my bottom. This isn't a professional crew. This is a nightmare. However, if we look at our workers, we'll notice that the workers will tend to have higher strength and agility. Now, that makes a lot of difference for a worker, because a worker, their primary role is to carry things to and from locations. Strength increases how much they can carry. Agility increases how fast they can do it. Stamina would probably be good, because, for example, you're an amazing worker. Won't get tired too often. Mentality has an effect on their morale. All those sorts of things. It'll become a little bit more apparent once we get to actually playing. Now then, right now we've got a limited amount of things we can build because we haven't got a science station, so we can't research anything yet, and there is a lot to research. It's actually quite an extensive research tree. Let me we can't even look at it until the science station. We'll check that out shortly. Now then, the first thing I would like to do is in fact build a canteen. I would like somewhere for my crew to be able to eat. A standard dining area for the station crew. There are plastic tables and seats and disposable tableware. Nothing in excess, everything you need. Very well, it'll cost us 3,000 of our 150,000 space bucks. It'll draw 2 power constantly, and we're actually not gaining any power right now. So with that in mind, I'm going to build this down here so that we're a little bit closer there, so I can build our power array straight away. Let's get that going. Now, in addition to that, I would actually like a lounge deck. This is not a bar where you can have fun, but it is a fine place for relaxing holiday. 250 programs of vibro massages and sounds of nature will relax anyone. It won't really improve their morale quickly, but it will improve their morale. So someone who's having a really bad day can go there and just chill out a little bit. And I want one of those. Let's pop that one down there. And last but not least, the crew quarters. A standard residential block for the station's crew. French-sized beds, personal lockers, nothing in excess, everything you need. That's going to be a bit of a mantra when you're building a space station, I suppose. Let's get that going. Now, you'll have noticed that these require metals, plastics, and these are the most important things that we, in terms of our resources. So metals, plastics, food, medicines. This is spare parts, I think that is. I'm not sure what this one is. I was hoping it would have a little tooltip. It apparently does not. I'm gonna guess that might be... Let's think. What would that be? It would be a processed resource, I think. So maybe vaccines? No, that would seem like that. Let me have a look if we can find out what that is. Do we have resources? Here we are. Medicines. Oh, no, it was vaccines. Ha! Okay, I'm not dumb. So spare parts, vaccines, medicines, food, plastic, and metal. There are more things though. Ores and minerals, for example. Those are primary resources that we can actually harvest. Same with organics and meat. And then the other things are things that we can make over time. But let's get our workers to work then. They're carrying down the materials needed, and then our technicians will come down and they will fix them. Let's actually speed things up so we can see this happen a little bit more, and people are just wandering around having a good time. Helen Bennett decided not to go to work. What? What the dickens? Well, actually, it looks like you are working, so... Okay, you've decided to go to work now, but that was actually quite interesting. Okay, so we've got technicians who are starting work. You should go to work, and it looks like you've already picked the place you're going. Good. The canteen will be up very soon, and then people will be able to go there and chill out. They'll be able to have a bit of food. Now, once you've laid down the framework, you can actually build off it, and that's something we're going to do next. I would like some solar panels. The canteen is complete. Fantastic. It's an energy source and an energy storage. A cluster of highly efficient solar panels. It has a high reliability and efficiency. It needs regular maintenance, however. Yep, we're building the solar panels right now. There we go. That is going to help out quite a lot. So that's a place where people can sleep, place where people can eat, and a place where they can generally relax. And this is going to get the solar panels up and ready. Now, the next thing I would quite like to do is probably build a storage wing, just so that we can start moving these boxes out of here and also into a proper place to contain them. Now, you need this. Once you start harvesting materials, they won't just be carried down to this main hub module, because this isn't a proper place to store things. It's just where things were put when we started. This is the place you need for anything to be moved to or from places where it's made or used. Oh, you're tired. Well, go to bed then, silly. Having a good time. No, that's good. Your morale is decent. Determines how much a character wants to sleep. At high fatigue, walking speed is reduced. And stamina. This setting affects how quickly a character gets tired while working. Indeed. So this person is in a fantastic mood. In fact, quite a few people are in a fantastic mood. Is that the doing of our medic? I think it actually might be. Yeah, our medic's working around and just making people feel happy. That's good. Our medic has a fantastic bedside manner. I'm actually pretty happy with that. Yeah, okay. We're going to need to wait for more workers to carry things down. We'll probably continue going at mid-speed. Now, the next thing, and probably the last thing that we really absolutely need before we can even remotely consider taking a break, is to get an oxygen miner. A plant for producing liquid oxygen from hydrogen-helium clouds. A very complex structure which requires a skilled operator. Well, we have two, and as you can see, this one's got a like a mining radius. So as long as you build it within the radius of these things, then that's fine. So let's get that going. We've already made a bit of a dent into our available money, but now we've got a solar panel set up. Hopefully someone will move down here and start working. Where is the person who will be doing that? Well done. You are now inspired as well. Storage assembly is complete. Oh, wait, no, this doesn't actually need a worker. It works by itself. So as we can see, we're draining 11, but we're producing 111. So that is quite fine. Now, our workers, when they haven't got anything else to do, will just start moving boxes into storage, which is quite useful for us. Now, the next thing that I'd quite like, we've kind of got a little bit of everything. We could build a med bay, and that is a very useful thing to have, because people do get sick, and when they get sick, they need treatment. Otherwise, they might pass it on to other people. So we'll build a med bay right there as a necessary structure. And then finally, we're going to build a mining platform. Typical installation with 3 megawatt ore laser. The average efficiency, low reliability. It is effective only at close range, bores any asteroid. So we can place this there, and as you can see, it's got a much wider mining radius. But if we put it right bang here, then we're going to get the most out of it, because it'll be able to mine both mineral and ore, which is particularly good. Right, well, with that done, things seem to be going along. Has anyone actually decided to go to sleep yet? I don't think so. The one problem is we've got a reasonably large crew, but only a certain amount of beds and eating spots, relaxation couches, things like that. It is going to be a little bit bad if everyone decides they want to sleep at the same time. That'll kind of suck, if I'm perfectly honest. Build a science lab to learn new technologies and improvements. Yes, that is now the very last thing that we absolutely require. A science lab. I mean, there are a few other things we can build. Supply spaceport, a trade spaceport. These are good things. And I think I will actually build one. Oh no! We had an accident. Okay, minor energy leak localized. We've got 294 seconds to before it'll actually affect the station in some particularly adverse way. So a technician should be on the way down here to try and fix that, hopefully. There we go. No, not coming down to fix it. Well, you're a scallywag, aren't you? Who's going down there to fix it? Advise, build a supply spaceport to hire new crew members. That is something we can do, but I'm more interested in who's going to be coming down here to fix this. Are you the one who's going down there? It looks like you might be. Let's have a look at your skills. Repair, fireman, life support, and electronics. These are the 3 main negative events that can happen to any area. Really? Are you not going to do work? Please go to work. Go. This order will reduce morale and might cause loss of control over the character for a long time. Oh, you were fixing it all along. Ah, well, I just didn't realize it. My bad. My bad. I'm a terrible station operator. But electronics is if there's an energy leak. We've got life support if there's an oxygen leak, and a fireman if there is a fire. OCD needs everything clean and tidy, loses morale when around dirt and garbage. Well, that's fair enough. Everyone feels that way, I think. Right, so we are building our science lab there. Let's go ahead and... I'm actually not going to build the supply spaceport, even though that is very wise. I would actually like to build a trade spaceport first. Now, the difference between the trade spaceport and the supply spaceport is that the supply spaceport is basically like our mothership, if you like. We can call them and say, I need these people, I need these things sent right now. We will pay an enormous premium for this service, but we can pick and choose whatever it is and it'll be delivered to us in a fairly timely fashion. The trade spaceport allows wandering traders to dock. We can sell to them, we can buy from them, but we have no control over what they're selling or what kind of crew they might have to offer. So you're picking randomness over certainty, but you're not paying as much, and also you can sell to them. It's better to start research with defense technologies. Yes, indeed, because asteroids hurt when they crash into your station. Now, as you can see, this is the research queue. It is pretty gigantic, as you can see. Tourism over there is something we're going to want to get into. Storage technologies, all kinds of different things. But we're going to be starting out with defense systems and probably grabbing the pulse laser soon after that. Once we've done this, however, I would like to get the Astro Farm and get livestock farm and organics farm. Actually, no. Before that, we'll go for resource processing, because these will need to be processed into something else first. But we actually need a way to turn the things that we're going to be mining into something that we can use. For example, we're already starting to mine down here. We've managed to collect 58 ore, is that? Or is that something else? Yeah, they're mining ore at the moment. Can I specifically tell you to mine something else? Destroy. No, that Birma, that's not scrapping and getting things back. That's like self-destructing something. Power off. It doesn't look like I have particular control over what you're mining, so you're just gonna mine away. I might need 2 of them in that case to make sure that the minerals get mined on occasion. We'll see. But down here we can see that this place is already now full, which is a bit of a pain. We've got someone working in there. Let's go ahead and build a storage structure around here. Oh, great. Opens access to defense systems. Fantastic, because we now need to research the pulse laser in order to be able to build it. So let's go ahead and build ourselves another storage. That'll cost 40 and 30. We've got enough, I feel, to be able to do that. So let's go and pop this fairly close by so they can go in there. Now, there are finite resources. These are not infinite. They will eventually completely consume all of the resources in those locations. So that is, you know, not the greatest thing in the universe, but it is a thing, and we need to plan around it. Alan leaves workplace due to... Oh my lord, what's going on? What's happening? Jimmy is infected. Oh no, why? You scoundrels, you. Right, I need you all to go to medbay. Go on. You're infected. It's not a terrible infection, though. It's a disease. It's speed and morale and reduced. This is not an infectious disease, however. An infectious disease has a bit of a more yellowish instead of the white. And yeah, that'll just pass and it'll spread really nastily amongst your crew. So you go ahead. You also go ahead since you're already there. Oh no, really, my medic is sick. This is what I was worried about. It's infected Oliver Stone, Gustav White. Who was it who did this? Oh no, it was Jimmy who infected my medic. Well, that's just bloody perfect, isn't it? Right, okay, so we've managed to research our defense system, so let's go ahead and get resource processing. And let's also have a check. Are there any spaceships inbound? Oh dear. That's bad, because we do not yet have any of these fantastic defense lasers built. Where are the asteroids coming from? we're almost certainly not going to get them built in time, so we might as well just build them in a place that I think they'll do the most good. So, now, what's just happened there? My grandma's not been feeling well lately, and I need money for her treatment. Will you help me? Station salary increased by 58 credits. I mean, you've got an infectious disease as well. Well, you're a miner. Let me have a look. How good of a miner are you? You're decent at your job, actually. You're a kleptomaniac. Occasionally steals resources while carrying them. What? Genius. Intelligence grows together with professional skill. Also has a 50% chance to get double experience at work. Okay, well, that's kind of good. I'll just never be able to make you a carrier of things. Alright, I'll increase your salary. But please, go to the med bay. Sure, I'm just finishing my work. No, go to the med bay first. Please, everyone to med bay. Go. Oh dear. I might need to build a supply station, supply port just to get another medic. You're infecting everyone. Now, the one good thing, anyone who's been vaccinated will not get sick for a very, very long time after that. Go ahead, go to medbay, please. We need to try and get everyone vaccinated. Rubbish, but oh well. Did a ship just dock? No, that was not the sound of a ship docking. I may actually have to go ahead and build a supply port at this rate. Yep. Okay, well that's a bit of a shame. First, let me get this built. I would like a defense station. Oh, too late. If only I'd built that earlier. Well, that sucked. Energy leak. Okay, well let's just get that built now. It's a little bit too late, but well, better late than never, I suppose. We'll get one built over there as well. Resource processing opens access to resource processing technology. Now that is particularly good for us. And then the storage bay is finished as well. So you know, things aren't terribly bad, I suppose. Where are you off to? Are you are a cleaner? Actually no. As a cleaner, I think you can go. You can afford to go back. You're an oxygen worker. You can also afford to go over there and get sorted out. There we are. You are doing a fine job there. Well done. Half of our crew is now being vaccinated because of the spread of all of these infections. Right, we want the manufacturing plant. This is a multifunctional production module where a variety of specialists can work. Possibility to build a processing plant. Now, to build certain things requires different skills. So you're not going to have just one person working on manufacturing. You're actually going to want a couple of people with different skills to work there. Otherwise, you're not going to be doing the work particularly well. What did we bring over there? Ah, spare parts. Okay, so that's going to need a little bit of maintenance then. How are we doing for metal and plastic? Okay, so far I would say okay. And we've got a trade ship. Okay, fantastic. Have we got a medic? Please tell me we got someone who is a good vet. I mean, that's good. I needed one of those. Alcohol production, cleaning and science, food production. No one is good at being a medic. Well, you're meticulous though. I think I might actually take you. Yeah, because we're going to need someone to deal with livestock. Food production. You're a kleptomaniac though. I think we'll take you as well, because we're going to need someone to work on that. In the meanwhile, let's go ahead have a look at our resources. What have we got? We can sell some ore to them. Sure. Let's sell a couple of ore. We're not going to sell anything else. I mean, I could sell some oxygen, I suppose. We've got a lot, and we can just harvest more. Sure, we'll sell you a bit of oxygen too. In exchange, I would like to purchase... Oh, you haven't actually got any metal to spare. Oh, dread. Oh well, I'll buy a little bit. That'll do. It'll cost us a fair chunk, but there we are. Done. Spent 341 credits. It was worth it. Have we got another trade ship? Who'll be you? Let's actually see this in action. Oh, we've got a lot of traders moving by, actually. That's kind of cool. Maybe these would be tourists in... How are you flying underneath them? They landed. Witchcraft, I say. Witchcraft. Oh, well. Let's speed up time a little bit. We need to get some more of these things built. We've got all the resources there. We just need people to go there and actually deal with it. Could you go to the med bay instead? You really need to be cheered up a little bit. There's not a lot I can do about that. Looks like people are having fitful dreams. I really would like you to go and sleep, honestly. Like, super bad. Please go there. I'll just finish my work. I mean, I approve of your diligence, but at the same time. Right. Morale and speed are reduced. But your morale is, like, perpetually enormously high. So, I guess your speed is a problem, but it's not a huge problem. Oh, dear. Everyone is getting hungry at the same time. Are they really? Yes. Everyone on the station wants food at the same time. Well, that's going to be a massive pain in the bum. Supply base, new goods and crew for hire. Well, it would be great if I actually built a supply depot, but I have not. So, could I tell you to go feed? No, I can't. Well, I'm just going to have to count on you to do it by yourself. Oh, another accident. My lord, we're having quite a lot of problems, actually. Right, if we have a look at this, we've got our turret. It's a little bit hard to see. This is the turret itself, and these are the laser cannons on it. And we've got both of them set up. So that's fine for now. Okay, well, are we going okay on the research plant? We're not actually far off. Once we've built that, we can make our own metal and our own plastic, and we'll be in a much stronger position. In fact, we'll be able to make our own everything. The stars are so romantic. Indeed they are. I approve of that sentiment. Could someone perhaps work on this? Someone already is. It's a fire as well. It's a shame that there isn't some sort of distinct animation for that, but oh well. Manufacturing plant has been researched. Let's go ahead. Let's have a look at this. Cargo bay optimization increases the capacity of the cargo compartment due to more efficient use of space, or positron processors. Use of new production equipment control units, plus 50% production speed. Oh, that's fine. But right now I want to get astro farming up and running. Now then, we've got that built, so let's go ahead and build us a production facility. A manufacturing plant, a multifunctional production module, a lot of equipment and devices for processing of resources and manufactures of different kinds of products. Marvelous. Let's get that going. That is so expensive. 12 grand just for that by itself. But it's going to make us a lot of money in the long run, because we'll be able to, like, if we're selling ore, it's going to sell for pittance. We're selling metal, that'll sell for a lot more. And all we really need for that is to get someone in there manufacturing. Though at this stage, I'm going to say perhaps we should get a supply spacecraft so that we can get crew if we aren't being lucky. Let's have a look here. We've got a new trader. Let's have a look at you. Will you have someone who can trade, I wonder? There we are. Oh, actually not someone who can trade, but someone who can produce. Food production. Okay, you're actually not bad at that. Chemistry. That is something that we're going to need. Are you all just really bad at everything? Wow. Wow. Alcohol production. Okay. Botany. Vet. That's not actually terribly bad. I would like a botanist, yes. Workaholic and... How can you be a workaholic and a lazy bones? That doesn't make any sense. Or maybe you just need to sleep more, but when you're up, you just do all of the work all of the time. I guess that would be okay. People on board for hire. And we're not paying for these people. We've just got to pay them a salary. So we are paying for them, but we're not buying them off the ship. We're just saying, hey, I've got a job here. And they're like, oh yeah, actually I'd like that job. Plastics, communication, no. There's nothing particularly here that I'm super happy about except you. A hedonist, but a meticulous hedonist. I approve, Patricia. Come along. You may join the crew. Right, okay. Let's get the next project up and running. Now, we want organics and then we want a livestock farm. Let's head in and see how things are going. It's going to take a little while to get all of this built. But now that that's on the way, we don't have to worry quite as much about our metal or plastics. We still need to make sure it's built first, but let's pop a defense platform right there to help in that corner. We've got one down there. And I guess the next one, possibly there. I'm not sure. Might want to build down a little bit more before I worry too much about that. Okay, 112 research points added to organics. Well done. Vaccine has ended. Oh dear. Everyone is going to be sick again, I'm sure. That is a shame. Anyone else who's currently sick, though? Anyone? No, it looks like only our medic is currently sick. Well, we'll have to see how that goes. Right, we're getting all of that sorted. In terms of power, we're not doing terribly badly. We're consuming 53 and we're producing 151. There's no way to store power. No way to store oxygen. And that is both realistic and not, because obviously you could store oxygen in like pressurized tanks and you could store power in batteries. But by and large, once you're working with enough power requirement, then batteries become kind of silly. You wouldn't, like, you know, the national grid of a country, for example, you don't store anything like that. You don't have batteries. You use dams and other power generators that can kind of flash a massive amount of power generation, but you don't use batteries. Because it's just silly on that kind of scale. You wouldn't want it. Now, I don't know what these units are, but I'm going to guess they're large units. I mean, this is a particularly complicated... I mean, it's got factories and stuff on it. So this is probably... It's using lasers to mine ore. This is probably using redonkulous amounts of power. So, okay, I accept that you have no batteries for this kind of scale. But the oxygen one, that is a little bit weird. It's like, well, I'd probably make it a fairly high priority to research oxygen tank technology if I was building a space station. That's just me, though. I don't know. Let me know in the comments as well if that is you as well. And we are both sensible people. Possibility to build organics farm. Fantastic. Now I want a livestock farm, please and thank you. There we go. Really would like that built sooner rather than later. Oh no. The worst thing happened. They spread out everything too fast. No! No! Oh, I did this to myself. Metals. I'm going to have to buy a load of metals now. Go on then. Buy a stupid amount of metals because I was a fool. I really should have waited for that to be built. I even said it. I even drew attention to the fact that this was a risky thing to do. And I did it anyway. Living on the edge. Oh well. We've got enough metals now that we should be able to finish all of this. Oh, I can't believe that. Oh, you prioritized this and I didn't even really want it. You jerks. However, we can go ahead and request maybe a medic. Science, no. I want someone who's great at medicine. Science, no. Yes. Okay, I would like you. Yeah, you can come along. I guess that's okay for crew because, again, you're not actually... paying to hire the crew. You're not paying a finder's fee or anything, though I'm a little bit surprised by that. I was kind of assuming that we would be paying a finder's fee by going through this. I know that the prices there are atrocious, though, for materials. There we go. Manufacturing assembly plant is complete. Metal is no longer a thing we need to worry about. Right. You need 2 ore to make metal. 2 mineral to make plastic, various things to make meds and vaccines. We're okay for now, so just focus on the metal, please. Now, what does that actually require in terms of skill? Supply ship successfully docked. Do we actually have anyone who can produce that? I don't think we do. Let's head out and have a look at this trade ship. Do you have anyone who's good with metallurgy? No, and indeed no. Oh, poop. Hedonist, observant, mercenary. You're good with electronics and repair. Alcohol production and mineral mining and ore mining. I'm not sure. I think science, laser blows, gloomy. No, we don't want that. I don't think we want anyone from here right now. Let's instead look at the supply dock. The livestock farm is now available for us. We've got repair, new. We want metallurgy. Metallurgy is the one we want, not chemistry. I mean, chemistry is good, but I mean, communication cleaning. I could just have you work as a producer of metals. That being said, let's go and check on the panel, because we've been hiring crew, but we actually haven't been giving them any jobs. Right, I would like you to be a medic. There we are. Oh, dear me, what happened? Looks like a minor oxygen leak. Well, please fix that before we run out of air. Right, you are good at vet, and we've got 2 vets. One is also good at growing plants. Livestock vet, food production. Well, you know what? I'm going to have you as not a research technologist. You're going to be a resource processor. There we are. Hopefully, this will work out well for you. I don't know, though. It might not. But I live in hope. Right. Well, we've got a couple of new farms we can build. It's going to take us a little while to get there, but let's have a look at them. So, production. We have the greenhouse. Do we not have the livestock farm? I thought we already did. Oh, global event. Trade. The poor harvest on Earth caused by the deterioration of the environment has caused a deficit of fruit and vegetables. This led to a high demand for any organic matter. Increased selling and purchasing prices for organics. Oh, okay. Well, it's just as well we've got a greenhouse then. Let's there we are. Let's get the greenhouse up and running. Now, it's going to take us 25 metal. We've got enough. We've actually got enough to build the entire thing right now. Let's get that going. And so on that note, let's find our botanist. There we are. I would like you to grow organics, please. And thank you. Oh dear. Will you... Wow, okay. Serious disease. Speed and morale are reduced. Need immediate help. Go. No. Will you please go? No. Not gonna go to Med Bay. That is dramatically bad. Well, I've left in there for too long. Can I tell you to go to bed? Sure, I'm just finishing my work. No, don't finish your work. Go to bed. This is awful. Is there no way I can stop you? Your health is deteriorating really fast. Go to work. Can I get you to go? There we are. There we go. Go. There's nothing for you to do, really? You're a medic. You should be medicing. I would have thought. There we are. You're heading in. Good. Did our medic just perish? I really hope not. Might have, actually. No research project selected. Danger low. That's not too bad then. Where's our medic? Oh, that is our medic. Okay, fine. Yes. Finally getting someone healthy again. There we go. Oh, that took a bit of work. Your skills aren't quite as good as theirs, so it's going to take you longer to take care of it. And it looks like our weapon system are doing their job, but that one's going to crash into stuff. That is unfortunate. Thank you for not shooting the trade ship. Okay, trade ship now leaving spaceport. Could you get vaccinated, please? And the rest of you, you don't actually need vaccinations. You're just in a bad mood. Understandable, because the awesome medic who made everyone just feel better about themselves was really, really ill for quite some time. Okay. Well, we took a bit of a hit to the mood of our medic by sending him to work there, but it shouldn't be terribly bad. Processing operator. Maybe we could do with another one. Oops, that was wrong. You are our food producer. Yeah, sure, okay. You'll also get you set up to work there. And finally, you are no longer our medic. Well, I would like you to be. There you go. You can swap jobs. It's fine. There we are. And you can just take shifts. Supply base, new goods, and crew for hire. Okay, well, let's check that out, shall we? Mostly the crew. Fireman. Nope. Chemistry. Also good with therapy. You're sickly and smart. Virology, surgery, oxygen harvester, repair, a vet, another vet. Ooh, you're not a bad medic. Genius optimist. I like it. You're actually a really good technician, I would say. So I'm going to take you, and I'm going to take you. Come along. And we're probably going to need some more like canteens and things fairly soon. We desperately need to get some metals made and this up and running because we need food. We're running low. But okay, let's make sure that oh, they're not here yet. That's fine. Well, there's no point in you being an idler, so let's get you doing something, shall we? What can I have you doing? Sure, I guess I'll set you up as a hauler. Livestock, a farmer for now. Alright, we've got our people here. Fantastic. Fussy OCD. No, those are not our new crew. That's a bit of a shame. Okay, well, let's see. Our storage isn't too terrible. We are finally starting to produce metals. Oh my lord. How are things going down here? We've almost gotten through all of the ore that was there. I do need someone else to clean. You know what, actually? Whilst you're not doing anything else, whilst we don't actually have any farming for you to do, could you please be a cleaner? What job would that be? Tidying up the station. Yes, please. We need the station tidied up. Look how dirty it is. My lord. People are going to be in horrible moods as a result of all of this. For example, you. Terrible mood. Supply spacecraft is docked. Fantastic. Let's see. I want you to be a technician. There we go. I believe you were... Yep, you're the best technician. And you to be another medic possibly in the future, but for now I would like you cleaning the station. There we go. You can get better. So you can do medicing later on when there's actually a need for more than 2 medics. But getting you right now seemed like a good idea. We could buy some metals, I guess. Have we got a trader docked? We do. They do have metals for sale. We could sell a chunk of oxygen. I mean, we got an awful lot of it, so alright. Sell a whack of oxygen. Got a decent amount of food as well. But I would like you to purchase a lot of metals. It's bad for now, I know. Let's actually sell a little bit more. The cargo bay of the ship is full and cannot sell anymore. Okay, fair enough. Trade. Done. That should fill up fairly quickly. We spent a little bit less of the credits that we would have otherwise. Let's improve the production speed, I think. Let's start working on that. I shouldn't have left that idle for so long, unfortunately. There we are. Okay, things are moving along. We've got some defenses around the station. Maybe another one there eventually would be good, but I'm kind of earmarking that one for a livestock farm. Once we've got that, we'll be able to make our own food and we'll be truly self-sufficient. Though that said, it would be useful if I had another manufacturing area. Like, how are things being brought along here? We've got all of the plastics we need. We've got some of the metal that we need stored in here. Quite a lot of the ore, none of the minerals, because we haven't actually started mining any minerals. Hi, you probably have a lot of extra money. We will help you get rid of it. 20,000 credits. I don't think you have a big choice. Never, I think, is the correct response there. Where are these scallywags coming from? I bet they're going to come from that side. No, they're coming from the side with the guns. Fantastic. Shoot them. Shoot them lots. Oh, there's 2 of them. Please shoot them better. He's low on health now. Come on then. There we go. So they're going to do a little bit of damage to the station. That one's almost gone, actually. And it's just moved into range of the other cannon. Okay, I'm very glad that we took the time to build all of this up. But they have done damage to our station here and there. So just as well, we brought along a new technician. No, don't stop firing. You had a perfect shot there. Fire destroyed. Oh, we actually got a bounty for that. That's fantastic. Well, as long as they don't do too much more damage. Oh dear. And we've got another accident. Life support is leaking. Life support is leaking. Energy is leaking. I mean, they did a fair old number on us. To be honest, they've done a lot of damage. We've got another one down. Good. All right. We've got a lot of things we need to fix. But I choose to believe that we have a crew who are amazing and will fix it all. one is already working there, one is already working there, one is already working there. We have no additional repairers to work on this one, but how long have we got on that? Oh, can't actually see. That's unfortunate. We should be fine, I would say. They've been working for a little while. There we go. Good, 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 good. Get out there and fix the other one, please. Right, so we now have a botany lab. Now, these have got various stages, much like livestock. Effectively, the first stage is you plant, then you need to water it within a certain amount of time, then you possibly need to fertilize it within a certain amount of time, then you harvest it. And they can fail or do a bad job on any of these stages, and if they do, then it's going to impact the harvest yield. And if they do a really bad job, then they could just flat out waste all the time. You won't get anything from there. So it's going to take a little while now for the growth phase to go up, and your botany got better. Well done. Same guys as me at our station get a lot more. And why can't I be as good as them? Am I special or what? What? The writing there, a little bit odd. What do you actually do? You operate our oxygen supply. Alright then, you can have it, since that's such an important thing. But could you also go and get vaccinated, please? Let's just make sure that no one else needs vaccinations. No, there is one down there. Go and get vaccinated. Wish there was an auto-vaccinate option. That would be very, very useful. Right, there we go. It looks like our medics have swapped around now, so they're not as unhappy because they're being forced to work. There we go. That should get done fairly quickly. We do, however, want to build a livestock farm. So let's get that one going. Cost us 6,000. That's fine. We've got plenty of money at this point. Global event. Problems with livestock raising on Earth caused by the deterioration of the environment led to the shortage of meat. This has led to a high demand for any livestock product. Fantastic. I approve. We're going to continue making more and more in there. Metallurgy is going up. How's things going? We're about halfway towards improving the speed of our production. We can then improve the speed of our production of plants and livestock as well. Zero gravity athletic. We could build a gym. That's true. Advanced energy systems. Advanced resource harvesting. New technology for mining in outer space opens access to improved resource. Well, we've got mining laser stabilizer, 30% mining laser efficiency, and improved gas splitter. Impossible, yeah. Certainly on the mining. I don't think we need it on the gas. Improved oxygen tanks. Possibility to build oxygen tanks. Separate module increases the amount of accumulated oxygen. Advanced oxygen compression. Okay, fair enough. I take it back. The game was smarter than I was giving it credit for. We could also open up tourism. Now this might be worth looking into. Possibility to build passenger spaceport, get apartments, cafe, VIP tourism, a bar, marketing. The bar, I think our own staff would benefit from. I think they'd enjoy that. Effective science, we could increase the speed that we research. That's probably worth doing just as soon as we have gotten the upgrade to our processing, I would say. Everything seems to be going okay, though we are starting to run out of vaccine. And to make vaccine, we need 3 organics and 2 minerals. We haven't got the minerals, unfortunately. Damn. I'm thinking maybe what we need to do. Ooh, financial report. We spent 131,301. Well, damn. That is not so great. We could build an extra mine down here, though, to start mining minerals, though. I'm thinking that may be a wise move. Let's have a quick look. It would cost 10. The biggest consumption would be the metals. That's fine. We'll leave that for now and focus on getting this finished. We just need plastics, so all they need to do is bring down... Oh, we're not going to have enough plastics. Well, then, let's see. Have we got a trader? We do, and they're about to take off. They do have plastics for sale, so I'm going to buy a couple of those. And I'm going to sell to you some of our oxygen. In fact, I'm going to fill your cargo with our oxygen to bring down the price of all of the plastics that we're buying. We're going to buy a little bit more. Maybe we're not going to buy that much more. We're just going to accept the 40. That'll do. There you go. Be on your merry way. Supply base, new goods and crew for hire. That's always good to know. Right, so our cargo containers are almost full at this point. Got a lot of ore in storage. That's actually really, really nice. Yeah, I would say that we do want to build up the mineral production fairly soon. But now that we've got that, someone should haul down all of the necessary components and we'll get the livestock farm up and running, and then we'll be moving one of our janitors to being a livestock farmer. How's things going down here? Grow phase 2, there we are, needs fertilization. Ooh. They need to do that quickly. My grandma is sick, and my mum and grandma on the whole. All my folks are sick. Can you help? You want to increase your salary by over 1,000? I'm terribly sorry, but no. No. Hopefully they are okay, but I can't possibly increase your salary by over 1,000. That's just not a thing that's going to happen. Right, let's speak things up. Before in the comments, I'm called a scallywag because his grandma and his mum and all of his family are sick. I mean, how could I turn him down? Oh, that. Well, drat. Frankly, that's all I have to say. Drat. Where are these asteroids coming from? From this side. Okay, that's not too bad. That one's going to miss completely, and that one's more or less on a collision course for our weapon turret. Oh, dear me. That one, however, is not. That's on a collision course for my greenhouse. Well, that's going to suck enormously. And pop. Yeah. There we go. And that should be easily taken out without any trouble at all. Please shoot the little bits. Well, okay, I guess that's not so terribly bad. Alright, okay, let's have a look inside. There we go. Production speed has been improved. Let's go and have a look at increasing my research effectiveness now. Okay, how are you doing? Growth stage 3. Fantastic. We should get 20 organics out of this. Perfect. Right, I need to find a certain person who is currently cleaning the place. You, livestock and vet, please go and be a livestock farmer. There we are. Now, the livestock farm, much as with the organics farm, it has 3 growth phases. First, you start the embryos growing in the gestation tanks. Then you feed them. I mean, I'm not sure. Do they get brought out of the tanks, or is it more that you just pump nutrients into them or something? And then if they get sick, you need to vaccinate them as well. And then you harvest, quote unquote, the animals. Effective science opens access to improved research technologies and a fire. Well, that's just annoying, but we've got loads of time on dealing with that. It shouldn't be an issue. Right, with that done, research optimization, plus 30% to the minimum amount of research points, and special developments opens access to commercial development. Science has an opportunity to make money. Oh. Yeah, actually, that sounds pretty awesome. Commercial science projects, receiving credits for each research project, plus 5,000 credits for each research scientific project. Wow, we should have gone with these first. My lord, that's amazing. But that will prop us up, money-wise. Worried about the lack of vaccines, though, but we're going to need to get to that. I'm going to say what we'd like to do with that is build a new miner just down here to mine only the minerals. There we go. It's going to cost us a chunk to do. 10 plastics, we've got enough. 20 metal, we'll produce it. And then we'll be able to harvest that. Okay. Though we're starting to get to the point now where on a bad day, we are not bringing enough power. Qualified specialists always receive high salaries. High! And not what I'm getting now. How much of a specialist are you? Oh, all right then. You can go on. I suppose that makes sense. Right, we are harvesting the 20 organics, which is fantastic, because soon we'll be able to start making food if we want to. We don't need to just yet. We're actually doing all right. But we are definitely, absolutely going to need vaccines. So once this is built, we'll get the vaccines on the go, and everything should be a little bit better. Supply base, new goods, and crew for hire. That's all well and good. Once this is done, I'm thinking it probably would be wise for us to go with tourism, just so we can get to the bar. Entertainment establishment with sofas, TV, gambling, slot machines, and a selection of alcoholic beverages. We're going to need alcohol before then. But alcohol, if we go and check out, is fairly easy to do, I believe. It's just 2 organic. So yeah, once we've got enough vaccines, we can switch to making alcohol. And then we can, by then, probably build a bar as well. But that's going to be where we leave this episode. Wow, we've actually almost filled most of this map. There's still a couple of places we need to probe to find out what's there. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you think of this game. I'm actually quite enjoying it. But then I always love colony managers. That's just one of the game genres that I seem to be incapable of disliking any game that is a part of. But I'd be really interested in knowing what you think of this as well. But that's going to be it from me. So until next time, and as always, take care everyone.